He's got 19 goals on the season. With a little speed now, McDonough shoots and scores!
This is a lot more speed than what we saw on the last shot from Hugh.
So now...
Some kid named McDonough last night shoots and scores. And eventually, Northeastern University wins what's called the Beanpot tournament for the Boston schools in college hockey. One of the cooler things in college hockey. Harvard, Northeastern, Boston College. Who the hell is the other one? BCBU, Boston University, Northeastern, and Harvard. Shouts to them. Just a cool thing. I am a big fan of that tournament. It seems really fun. Yay. So we're going to start today with bullshit. And that bullshit is that Greg Olson will reportedly see his salary reduced from $10 million a year to $3 million a year when our boy Thomas John whatever Brady joins the NFL back as a broadcaster, which... this is reported by Andrew Marchand, who is the guy that reports all of the broadcast stuff for sports, which is kind of amazing. Good for him. There he is. You see him right there. Follow him. Boy, maybe I should. Sure. Shit. Whatever. He's going to move from the number 1 team to the number 2 team, which, of course, is preposterous because he nailed the broadcast. Nailed it. And all of us are like, why are we fucking with this great thing? What are we doing? Anybody? Bueller? I guess Tom Brady just draws that much. If the Tony Romo saga was any lesson, this can work out really well in the beginning, and then he can suck. And after he sucks, then you have to have an intervention with him, which apparently is what happened with Tony Romo last year. And maybe they need to have an intervention with him again because people are kind of over him now. Very predictable. On this show, over under 14 million viewers on average for the Super Bowl. Under Cash's 13 million viewers. Largest watched Super Bowl in years. Pretty amazing. The halftime show had 118 million viewers. Not quite as many as last year's halftime show, but last year's halftime show had more performers. And was iconic. That doesn't mean this one wasn't iconic. It totally was. Everybody liked it. Rihanna is just oh man, she's something. It turns out she was indeed pregnant, for all of the men out there that said that and then got in trouble from their wives. Like, that's a woman's body. No, she was pregnant. Duh. Which is good for her. She also advertised her, I guess it's like a makeup mirror. When she did the makeup mirror thing, that was an advertisement. She did the show for free. Which most of them do. Most of them say it's an honor, but she came, bitch better have my money. God, she was just such a flex. What a badass. Another fun fact from the Super Bowl I learned yesterday, which, oh my God, this is crazy. Jalen Hurts is the first Alabama player ever to score a touchdown in the Super Bowl. That's a real thing after all this time. Well, are they really the best college football program of all time? Some are asking. An update in baseball as spring training is right around the corner. People have already, I think pitchers and catchers reported last week or something. No one cares anymore. It used to be a big deal in America. I'm told by old people that when pitchers and catchers reported, like, oh, well, spring is on the way. This is the first big day. Now it's sort of like NFL training camp opens. That's like the day of fun is around the corner. But back in the day, it used to be pitchers and catchers reported. Pitchers and catchers have reported, but this is from Starting 9 and Jesse Rogers at ESPN. The MLB extra inning rule, which means that starting extra innings with someone on second base, that's going to be a permanent situation for baseball, which is good. The boringness of baseball cannot be understated, especially that there are 162 games. I'm not staying up till, I don't even know, midnight to watch, game 77 between two teams who may make the playoffs. Like, no one is. No one's going to those games. And in person, those games are way too long. Concession stand shutdowns. Like, once someone loses, once it gets to overtime, we need to get in and get out of here. The NHL shootout thing, technically the players hate it, but they should win the game in overtime in our regulation. I mean, that's what needs to happen. Let's listen to Terry Bradshaw insult Andy Reid as he wins the Lombardi Trophy.
Big guy. Let me get the big guy in here. Come on, waddle over here.
He told him to waddle over here. Oh, man. Here's a take. Oh, man, maybe next time you should take bets on this so you can continue turning more Americans into addicted gamblers. Who the fuck is Gene Wexler? Oh, he's an analyst at Deloitte, a drummer and a guitarist, and he's verified? Does your analysis tell you that you should pay for Twitter Blue? Huh. People really care who Gene Wexler is for sure. Well, that's what he said to FanDuel, who tweeted this out. So FanDuel's like, they tweeted out the video of Terry Bradshaw saying, waddle over here, big guy.
Come on, waddle over here.
Terry, you're like as rotund as Andy, buddy. You really fucking are. So he says, so FanDuel tweets the video out, and this guy, Gene Wexler, is like, oh, turn people into addicted. I do think that's going to happen. I think that gambling is about to be bad in this country. But that's neither here nor there. So one thing we didn't talk about yesterday was how bad the field was. Everyone saw how bad the field was when we looked into it. Of course, you have heard that Oklahoma State supplied the grass. They've been growing it for 2 years, and it is similar to grass that people play golf on. That's what you've heard. Everyone was super proud of it. Oklahoma State was like, here's Oklahoma State University, not like the football team or anything. Everyone was super proud of it, which good. They worked hard on it, and it's a good look for the school that they used it. I mean, it sucked, but they used it. Oklahoma State rival Oklahoma floats this conspiracy theory. The conspiracy theorist in me says the NFL is doing this on purpose. This is immediately what I thought, actually. I thought as the players were slipping around, I was like, oh, but they want grass so bad. Not turf. Okay. The conspiracy theorist in me says the NFL is doing this on purpose, as there are currently a lot of coaches and players that want the league to mandate that every stadium use natural grass. This is the league's way of building an excuse to never do it. What are the pros and cons? The pros are on the field, and the cons sold this NFL this turf. That's funny. College football Reddit is a special place. One of the last genuine places in the internet. I think the last good people are in college football. Say, Philadelphia police are looking for 9 individuals. They're looking to identify 9 people after cars were damaged by unruly crowds. So the cops are after you if you, I don't know, destroyed property after your team lost. So yeah, that's bad. That's real bad. Okay. So everyone's looking at one of the things that is happening today is that, and it happened yesterday, is that people are wondering what Patrick Mahomes was shot up with to go back out there. So here's Micah Parsons responding to a Bleacher Report tweet says, Blazers' training staff, that's the Portland Trail Blazers. Blazers' training staff were pushing GP2, I actually don't know who that is, to play through injury with Toradol shots per Shams. Warriors weren't told he was injured at the time of the trade. So whoever GP2 is, I don't remember. I mean, these acronyms got to stop. He apparently was injured, and they were using Toradol to get him through the NFL. It's like, sad to say it, but this is 95% of the NFL. Patrick Mahomes said he didn't take a shot, but I want to hear the podcast on what the Vicodin or Percocet dose was, which is what my kind of thought was. I think this is what's going to happen. This report came out on Super Bowl Sunday. The NFL will help Damar Hamlin secure the necessary medical advice and opinions on whether to play again. I would seek my own medical advice just based on the last thing we said to shoot Toradol in people. Maybe not the move. Maybe it is the move, though. Who the hell knows? What do I know? College basketball, it's that season, and we're going to start covering it more intensely. Purdue is the number 1 team in the nation, which is funny because, if I had to pick a team for fucking sure that it's not going to win the national championship, it'll be those guys. Man, nobody shits down their legs more than Purdue basketball. Does anybody shit down their legs more than Purdue basketball? I kind of don't think so. I'm pretty positive. Oh, they're not number 1 anymore. You know what's funny? Alabama is number 1 basketball school. Bama, Houston, Purdue, UCLA, Kansas. That's your national champion right there. Kansas. Just college basketball, I can't say it. March Madness is great. I don't know the standings for this. Let's go to the rankings. College basketball is great. The only thing is that in March Madness, the most boring thing possible happens. So looking at all these teams, Florida Atlantic, Providence, NC State, TCU, San Diego State, Connecticut, Iowa State, Creighton, St. Mary's, Xavier, or ex-Xavier, Miami, Indiana, Gonzaga, Kansas State, Marquette, Tennessee, Baylor, Arizona, Virginia, Texas, Kansas, UCLA. So the teams that will win the national championship will be UCLA, Kansas, Virginia. Those are the only teams that can win anything, because Alabama winning a national championship in basketball is not something anyone can wrap their minds around. Houston, that's a small school. Nope. Texas, same thing as Alabama. Tennessee, no. It's easy. I'm telling you. College basketball is easy peasy to figure out. I wish it weren't so. I really do. But it is. Son Reddick, Super Bowl was the worst field I've ever played on. They're going to get this figured out. I think that there's more to this turf thing. I think that they go, oh, well, you don't want turf. The Wall Street Journal did maybe we'll do this for Controversial Wednesday. The Wall Street Journal did an expose about, well, not an expose, it's the think piece, Wall Street Journal data-driven bullshit. But why is every player in college basketball suddenly so old? Because all the good ones are in the show, bro. All the good ones are in the show. I'm pretty sure. I don't know, let's click on it. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Look how pretty that is. We'd love to see it. All right, back and better than ever. Controversial Wednesday tomorrow. We're going to check in on Brett Favre, see what he's up to in his dumb lawsuit against Pat McAfee. All right, see you then.